Lesson 87 is we're learning how to divide fractions, okay? There is an easy way, but I want to show you the explanation way first, okay? So watch what this says. This says 3/4 divided by 1/8. Okay, now, the first thing I want you to do is we're going to draw this picture, okay? So watch me draw it. Okay, so if I were to do 3 out of the 4, I'm going to go in and take this piece off. Does everybody see that that's 3/4? Okay, now, they're telling me to divide it by what? 8s, right? 1/8. Okay, so I'm going to pretend, okay, how would I break this pizza up into 8s? Do you know?
Do a 4.
Okay.
And then make an X.
Okay, very good. Okay, so I'm going to do that over here. Down, over, and then I'll erase this piece because it's not a part of it. Okay.
Wait.
Now, do you see what I did?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I take 3/4 and divide it into 1/8, how many 1/8 do I have?
1.
1, 2,
6.
3, 4, 5, 6. So the answer to this problem is 6. Okay, now stay with me. We're going to keep doing more.
Is there an easier one?
I'm going to show you an easier, well, I'm going to show you the mathematical way. This is the illustrative way.
Isn't it 6 8s?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we just want to know how many there are. And so 3/4 is divided into 1/8. How many are there? 6. Okay, now listen to this one. Here's the question that they ask next, okay? Just keep staying with me for a minute, and you'll eventually get it, okay? Here's what this one says. How many 1/8s are in a half? How many 1/8s are in a half? Now, what they're asking you to do is what? Who thinks they can figure it out? Levi?
They're asking you to divide.
Is it 4?
Yeah, it is 4. They're asking you to divide 1/8 into 1/2.
Yes. You're actually going to take 1/2 and divide it into 1/8.
Oh, I thought.
Does everybody understand that? Does everybody see how I got this?
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing how many 1/8s are in 1/2. So 1/2 divided by 1/8. So let's do that mathematically, or illustratively. There's a half, right? So I'm going to go in and take off. There's my half. Okay, but they want me to divide it into 8s, right? So let's pretend like this is here, and we're going to do it into 8s. So that means that's what I'm going to draw. So I'm going to go boom, 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 boom. We'll take off this side because we don't need it. And so how many 1/8s are in a half?
4.
Very good. Okay? Is everybody kind of getting it? Okay. Let's try this one. I'll show you mathematically in a minute. I want to do another one. This one says divide 3/4 divided by 1/4. Okay. So let's take, there's 4 of them, and I'm going to put 3. Okay? And they're wanting me to divide it into 4ths. Well, guess what? I already did. Right?
Equals 3.
So the answer is 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay?
Understand.
Okay. Let me show you the mathematical way.
How's it 3?
Because here's 3/4. Do you see this is 3/4?
Oh.
And then they told me to divide it into 1/4, which we already did. It's already divided 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many 1/4s are in 3/4?
3.
Yeah. Get it? Okay. Now, the mathematical way of dividing fractions is this. Okay, it's kind of cool. You kind of learn that you really, especially as they get bigger and you're not able to draw them, you've got to understand that you really can't divide fractions. You have to multiply them. So watch what I do. I'm going to change my division to multiplication. And when I do that, I have to change this fraction to its reciprocal. Does anybody remember what reciprocal means?
You didn't teach us.
Okay, a reciprocal is like this. Let's say 2/3. That's 2/3 is a fraction. Its reciprocal is 3/2. All I did is flip the numbers. Okay? 2/5. What would its reciprocal be?
5/2.
5/2. Very good.
I don't get it.
Okay? I'm just showing you something.
Like 1/4 would be 4.
Well, let me talk about this in just a minute. Let's talk about a reciprocal first. A reciprocal, write this down on your paper. Reciprocal is, for example, 2/5. Changing it to its reciprocal would become 5/2. So all I did is I flipped the numbers.
Okay.
Okay? Levi, try this one. 3/4. What would that change to as its reciprocal?
4/3.
Very good. All right. Garrett, 1/3.
3/1.
3/1, or just plain 3, right? Because 3/1 is 3. Okay? Everybody get it?
Mhm.
This one's a trick.
Do we have to
Change that to its reciprocal.
5/1/3? 5/1?
Think about it. What is this as a fraction?
1/5.
Yes. Right now, what is this as a fraction? What is 5 whole?
1/5.
5/1, right? 5 whole number is that as a fraction, right? Everybody know that?
I don't see it.
No. I don't understand.
Did y'all, we learned that last time, didn't we?
No.
Not that part?
I don't.
This class hasn't learned that? Okay, so let me show you this. If I'm taking a whole number 5, for example, okay? Do you need some? You can go ahead. You're fine. You can just go back behind there because it's right there. Okay. Huh? Yes. Okay. It's okay. Okay, so if I take the whole number 5, in order for me to make a fraction out of a whole number 5, I just put it over 1. That makes it a fraction. Because it's 1 whole. 5, 1 whole piece. Okay? So its reciprocal would be 1/5, right? Don't really pay attention to this. You're not going to need to know that right now. Okay? So if you can do the math lesson the way I was teaching you illustratively, that's the way I want you doing it now. Okay? But if you're still struggling with this, let me show you the mathematical way to do it. Okay? So, what you're going to do is, when you see a division, you're going to change it to times. Because you can't
So
really...
can I tell my mom if I get one wrong, like, they'll probably have the illustration way?
Yes, you need to do it. I would do them both ways to see if you're right. Okay? So I would change your division to a multiplication. And when you do that, the number or the fraction to the right changes to its reciprocal. So 1/4 would become 4/1.
Then we multiply that?
And then you multiply. 3 times 4, 12. 4 times 1, 4.
Oh, can I
12
do
divided by
that?
4 is 3. Pretty cool?
Can I do it?
Yes.
But isn't 4/1, isn't that an improper fraction?
It is, but you can use it like that to multiply. If you don't like doing it like this, you don't have to. Do it the illustrative way if it makes sense to you. Okay, some people like the illustrative way, some people like the mathematical
This
way.
is easier.
It's quicker.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's do another one. 1/12. I'm sorry, 1/4 divided by 1/12. Now, let's do the illustrative way first. Okay, so I'm going to break this up into...
I don't do the illustrative way. I
That's
just
okay.
divide it.
Okay, so right now, I have 1/4. So I'm going to take away this. Does everybody see that that is 1/4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you see that, Sarah Kate?
Yeah.
That's 1/4. Okay, let's see. They're wanting me to divide it into 12ths, 1/12. Okay, so how would I do that?
Oh, I know.
What would I do now? You know?
Mhm.
Do through here?
Mhm.
Something like that?
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Wait, how
Okay.
did you do?
I did it like this, darling. I went a plus with an X, and then I did 2 more lines through, one more like an X, boom, Boom. I don't know how else to explain it.
Wait, what?
Basically, you need 6 on top and 6 on the bottom if you were looking at halves. Okay, so because we're doing a fourth, how many does my fourth have in it?
Four.
3.
My 1/4, which is this piece, divided into 12ths, okay? So how many?
3.
3. Very good. So that's the answer. So right now we've got the answer is 3. See, 1, 2, 3. When we broke up this 1/4 into 12ths. Okay, now let's do it mathematically. We know that the answer is 3. Okay, so what do I do? I can't divide by fractions, so I,
You multiply.
okay, multiply, and what happens to that?
Put 12 over 1.
12 over 1. And let's multiply. 1 times 12,
12.
12. 4
4.
times 1, 4. 12 divided by 4, 3. Either way, we get 3. Okay? Does everybody like it? Okay. The only one that I want you to understand, let's look at A and B, and I want you to learn how to write the fraction. So, ready? A is this one. How many, it says 1/6, like this. How many 1/6 are in 1/2? Now pay attention to the question. How do I want you to write it down what you think it looks like mathematically? Now I don't want you to perform the problem, just write the problem. Write this problem, and then we're going to perform it.
I don't have it.
Okay? Anybody? No, try to do it if you can on your
Oh,
paper.
I don't
I don't want you
have
to answer it. I want you to write the problem.
I don't have a piece of paper.
Oh, okay.
1/3.
Now, I want to know how do I write
I
my...
thought it was 3.
I'm asking how do I write an equation?
I know, I wrote that down already.
Okay.
but I did-
Garrett, did you write an equation?
I think it's right.
Okay. Did you write an equation?
I don't know what an equation is.
Just write the problem out. What this says. Right now it's written in words, and we
Mine's
want to
doing
write
it in
it.
my head.
No, I don't want you to do that. Well, I mean, I get what you're saying. Yes, that's good that you can do that. Yes.
I know how to write it.
Okay.
But
Tell me.
You do 1/6 divided by 1/2.
Okay.
I did it the other way.
It is the other way, because you're taking the half. How many 1/6 are in the half? So you're taking the half and breaking it up into 6.
Isn't it 3?
Okay, wait, I'm not worried about the answer right now. I'm wanting to figure out how to make this into a problem. What did you do, Garrett? Did you do this? Which one did you do? This one or this one?
The
First one or second one?
first one.
Okay, you are the one that's right.
No, I did 1/6 times 2 once.
Okay,
I flipped it around.
okay, okay,
Then I got 1/3.
okay. No one is writing it correctly, and it's very important that you learn how to write it correctly. How many 1/6 are in 1/2? So what am I breaking up?
1/6. No, 1/2.
I'm breaking up the 1/2. So I have to take the 1/2 and break it up, which means divide, into 6. 1/6. Does everybody understand why I wrote this one first? Because it's the one I'm breaking up. They're wanting me to put how many 1/6 are in this. Everybody gets
Is
that?
it 3?
Garrett, do you get that? Okay. How many 1/6 are in this? So here it is. Here's this, and we're going to break it up, which means divide, into 1/6.
I got 3 over 2.
So this one is incorrect. You do not write it like that. I know it thinks in your head makes more sense because you put the first number first and then the second number. It's actually the other way around.
on all of them when they asked.
They are going to be the other way around every time.
Oh,
does-
I got
3 over 2.
I think the
Okay. So now they're asking me how many 1/6 are in a half. Let's do it illustratively. There's a half.
Is it 2 and 1/2?
I don't know. We're fixing to find out. Here's a half. And they're wanting me to break it into a 1/6. Well, let's try to figure out what 1/6 looks like. What's the best way to do 6?
You just do a line.
I know how to break things up.
Like this?
You do that.
And then like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoops. That didn't quite look good. Okay, there we go. Sort of. Okay. Okay, so we sort of have an okay drawing. Okay, so if I'm taking the half and breaking it into 6s, let's do the same thing over here. Boom. Chung. Chung. How many do I have in my
3.
half?
That's,
3.
I had 3. I had
So
3.
the answer to this problem is 3. Let's check it out mathematically.
I didn't understand that because I did it mathematically and I got 2 1/2.
Let's do it mathematically. This is 1/2 divided by 1/6. You did 1/6 divided by 1/2.
No, I
Oh.
did 1/2 divided by 6 once equals 6.
Well, you did the
over 2.
times.
I know you told me
Okay,
to.
but yes. Okay. Just a minute. Stay with me for just a minute. Here's the other way. That's the way you did it. I'm going to explain to you why. Okay? This is the correct way. So watch what I do. I cannot divide fractions, so what do? Mathematically. Yes.
Multiply.
I'm going to multiply. And when I change this to a multiply, what happens?
You switch the
On
6
right.
over
The
one.
only one that changes is the one to the right.
I did that.
1/6 would change to
6 once.
6 ones. Okay? 1 times 6 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Same answer, right? We did it
I
right.
thought you had to divide both.
No. So what
No,
you did,
I thought you had to reduce both of them.
no, 6 divided by 2. That's what that says.
Oh.
But if you did reduce, then you would get 3 over 1. Okay?
Well, if I reduced,
Okay, so wait,
I
stay
got
with me
2.
for a minute.
Ugh.
Stay with me for a minute. If you would have written it like this, okay, instead of the correct way, watch what happens. I'm going to change this to times. When I do that, I have to change this to its reciprocal. And I end up getting 2. 1 times 2 is 2. 6 times 1 is 6. And when I reduce that, I get 1/3.
Can I
Is
just
that the
add
right
it on the
answer?
board
No.
to show
No.
you?
So that's why it's so very important that you make sure you write the question out right.
Can I
Okay?
do what I did on the
A
board?
number D.
Wait, just a minute. Just a minute, Levi. Just a minute, Levi. Here is another way. If you're having a hard time understanding what to do, here's another way to write it. Okay? This is a fraction, right? And this is a fraction, right?
Can I show you what I
But
did?
just a minute. This is a fraction and this is a fraction, right? Okay, so watch what I'm going to do. In my pretend mind, I'm going to put real numbers in there just to see what my brain will do. Watch what I mean. How many 5s are in 45? What do I do to answer this problem?
9
What did you do to answer that problem?
divided.
You did 45 divided by 5, right?
I didn't really divide it. Just
Wait a minute. Okay, but this is the mathematical way of figuring that out, right? 45 divided by 5? Right? When you put real numbers in there, you knew what to do with it. Okay, now watch. I'm going to take away this. And where 45 was, what do I put in there?
1/2.
Half. And where 5 is, what do I put in there?
1/6.
And that teaches you the right way to write
So
it.
it's 9.
No, this answer's 9. But this is, the only reason I did this is to help my brain know what to do to figure this out. Everybody understand what I did that for? Yes, Levi.
A number D. Do you just? Is it like number 4? Like does it equal 4?
Okay, D. Let's look at D. D says 1
We
divided
just
by,
this together because I don't understand.
okay, 1 divided by 1/4. What did I tell you a whole number becomes as a fraction?
4 over 1.
You just put 1 over 1. Very good.
1 over
all
1.
of it in
Very
class? I don't know
Okay?
any of it.
And then this division would change to,
Times.
yep. And then what happens to this one?
4 over 1.
Very good. And then the answer becomes 4 over 1, which is 4.
Wait, can I write that down?
Oh,
Uh-huh.
really?
Is everybody understanding?
I get it.
Good. So on these questions, you may need to put in fake numbers to see what you would do. How many 1/6 are in 1/2? How many 5s are in 45? Figure out what you would do which ones you would place where, and then you could figure out how you place them.
Wait, how does it equal 4
almost
if it equals 4 once?
4 over 1 is 4.
Are they all going to be
Yeah,
answers
middle
of
fingers
numbers?
practice. Lesson.
Huh?
Are they all going to be answers of whole numbers?
88.
What?
So less than 88.
No, not always. Okay?
No, on this one.
But what lesson?
On that one?
This.
Okay, let's do B. Everybody stay with me. We're going to do B real quick. Here's
Oh, I know
B.
the answer.
Help me. I want everybody to write it on their paper. Ready? How many 1/12ths, 12ths, whew, are in 1/3? How many 1/12ths are in 1/3?
I know.
Okay, how do I write it? Okay, I want to see it on paper first, and I'll let somebody come up and tell me.
I don't have my paper.
Okay,
I
I'll let
just
you come
wrote
up
the
and tell me
answer.
then. I don't want you to tell me the answer. B.
I
How
just
many
do it in
1/12ths are in
my head.
1/3?
I just go,
1/3.
Me.
Okay.
Did you just perform it already?
Me.
Yes. Great job. What you got?
Okay.
I don't think that's right. I haven't done the problem. I need to see how you're doing it. B. How did you write the problem? I'm not worried.
All right. What was number A?
1/3 divided by 1/12. Perfect. Okay, come on up.
What'd you get?
Show me how you would write that.
Is C 1?
What'd you get though?
1/3
I didn't get anything.
divided by. Okay, check this out. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Okay, Isabella came up here and she did it perfect. It's exactly what you're supposed to do. How many 1/12ths are in 1/3? You should have written 1/3 divided by 1/12.
How many 1/12s go into 1/3? Isn't it 8?
Okay, so now let's perform it. Okay?
Oh, it's wrong.
What am I going to do, Isabella?
You're gonna do, you change that to the times,
Right?
and then do 12 over 1 instead
Very
of
good.
1 over 12.
12 over 1.
Then,
And then when I perform the problem, 1 times 12 is 12. 3
Then
times
3.
1 is 3.
Then that will be
4.
12 divided by 3. Very good.
I thought it was 2/3. I thought it was 2/3.
Does everybody feel like they've got it? Understanding
I got
it?
everything complete.
Yes. Okay. That's lesson 87.
It is almost.
No.